We're at Sha Tin again on Sunday for a 10-race programme. All 10 races on the turf. We've got lots of starters. We've got a new jockey debuting as well on the back of a big night at Happy Valley as well, with the DBS Manulife Challenge was concluded. The winner being, of course, Grateful Hearts. Warm welcome to the show, though. I'm Andrew Jearn. Pleased to say I'm joined by our form analyst in Paul Lally and race caller Mark McNamara as well. And Mark, the highlights for the weekend. We've got a really good Class 2 comes up early on the programme.
We do indeed. Right across the card, Andrew, there's some really good races, including the appearance of impressive first start winners, Winner Method, and also Fantastic Whale make their second appearances at Sha Tin. So they'll be looking to capitalise on that first start. Silver Express lines up in the last race with an important addition of blinkers after he zigzagged up the straight last time behind My Sugar.
Yeah, one horse certainly ran straight was Charity Fun. Looking to see him in action again. Paul, what do we got to look forward to jackpots and favourite-wise, do you think?
Yeah, we've got a good jackpot there, 3.2 million in the 6-up win bonus, so we're expecting that to get up to 8 million for a single winning unit. There's going to be a couple of short ones. Silver Express, I think, will come up quite short. Fantastic Way as well. There's a couple of open races thrown in there as well. So you might just have to go short in a few and wider in a few others. But if a couple of those shorties get beaten, you'll get a really good reward.
All right, we'll see if we can find some horses to take them on then as we start looking ahead to the meeting at Sha Tin on the weekend with one horse to tell you about that won't be going round. It's Fast and Lively, replaced by Formula Excel, who wasn't too bad on debut. It's interesting to see what he can do for Matthew Chadwick and Casper Founds. All right, this is meeting number 50 of the 88 for the campaign, and is 10 races all on the turf. The B+2 is where the rail is in position. One Class 5 for the day. It's the first 200 metres the trip, headed by Anonymous. Drawn barrier 13. Joe Moreira gets the leg up for the first time for David Ferraris on board. Alloy King takes a class up. Regency Poet behind Fortune Hero last time out, still a maiden after 15, as is Iron King. Moneymore's not, though, gets a gear change. Visor going on. It's a two-time winner this season already. Super 18 had barrier 13 last time out. On Boxing Day gets barrier 1 this time round, and Blake Shin. We've got Alloy Star, 5th to Destined Jury last time out, and down to the Full Bloom, who's now with David Hall, switched from Dennis Ship. And Charity Dream draws barrier 9, but generally rolls forward. Had a mini freshen up since just before Christmas. Moneymore, Spicy Grill, and Who's Horse Mark are the horses that have been up at Chung in the last 30 days. What are we looking at here for race 1 speed-wise?
A good pace with a 1200 metre Class 5 to kick us off. Andrew, the Abraxas, we know he loves to lead. He'll go forward with the visor off and the blinkers going back on. Alloy King up outside of him. Charity Dream, Money More, and Super 18 from the inside gate into a good spot. Another line of 3. Iron King, Anonymous 3 wide with plenty of cover. Alloy Star, the Full Bloom, and his debut, as you said, for David Hall, and one step ahead last, Paul.
Here is Anonymous. He goes nicely here down the straight, and his work, he's had one start in Class 5, didn't go too badly. Joe Moreira jump aboard here, a couple of even bits from him, but the horse looks good, he's very fit, and he's going nicely at the moment, so no problems there. Iron King, another one that travels nicely. The tongue tie will go back on Iron King. Even piece of work for him. Zach Purdon as well will be on board. He did ride him last time, so we'll see how he goes in the second start. Also down here in Class 5, another recent downgrader. And Money More, he's had a good season to date. He's already won a couple of times, and look, he stretches out nicely, and he's in the right grade, Money More, and he goes well. And the visor will go on him for the first time, taking the blinkers off.
He's had 7 starts this season, Moneymore. He's won 2 of them, 3 other top 4 places as well, so he's pretty consistent. That's where we'll start as well, Mark, with Alloy Star. We've got the 2 alloys in here, Alloy Star and Alloy King, and Anonymous further back. But what are these 3?
Been much more impressed with Alloy Star's last 2 starts, Andrew. That 5th that we're looking at now behind Destined Jury, and then he started it with the 6th behind Tiger Lad at Happy Valley. He's come up with a wide draw again, Paul, but like the way he's going in Class 5, and you've got Anonymous in as well.
Yeah, so Anonymous goes nicely. I just like the way he hit the line here, didn't get much room on the inside. Good run once again from Moneymore. The thing with Alloy King as well, they're going to put blinkers on for the first time.
OK, we'll move on and have a look now at Regency Poet back at the trials. Paul, he's had a run on the all-weather recently as well, but only been a length and a half last time we saw him. That was back at the start of January. Yeah,
so it wasn't a bad run. Now, he always works well, this horse. He just hasn't performed on race day. He started single figures in 3 of his last 5 or 6 starts. So he's been expensive. And again, he's done this and hit the line nicely. So if you wanted to follow him in, if you'd backed him in the past, then I'm sure you'll go again.
It was a sound enough trial, but when's he going to produce it on race day, as Paul said? He's been in the market so often and comes out on race day and disappoints. He won't be far away, and just had him outside the top 4.
What about the Full Bloom, Mark? Interesting stable change from Dennis Yip, who's won 6 races prior to the weekend, but they've all been at 1,400 metres plus.
They have. Just first up for David Hall, and a Class 5er for good tempo. He's going to be running on at the end because it's the way he races the best. This trial was down the straight. He makes some late ground in it. Paul, I found a spot for him in the top 3.
I didn't in the end. I just thought this might have been a pipe opener and then looking at 1,400 metres plus afterwards. So I'm just happy to watch him in this one.
OK, but he is a 6-time winner. There's not many in this field. None of them have actually won 6 races like him. Moneymore's the favourite, Paul. What do you think? Yeah,
he's in there, Moneymore. I'm going to go with a horse we haven't talked about here, Super 18. He's drawn barrier number 1. I think he'd sit just in behind the pace. Now, he did run 3rd in Class 4 at the start of the season. He hasn't won for a while. He's only won 1, in fact. But I think this is his race, really, from barrier 1. Moneymore is very consistent, hard to leave out. Anonyma is on the improving. Iron King with Dennis Yip and Zach Purden. Tongue tie goes on him. And I can see an improvement in this horse. 7, 5, 1 and 4.
With Paul here around Super 18, the key being barrier number 1. He's had some really bad draws, but if you go back to the 3rd at Happy Valley, he drew barrier 5. Since then, he's been 9 and wider. He ran 3rd behind Jazz Steed and Shining On, who both went on out of that race. So the 7 with the good run to beat number 12 1 step ahead. He ran 9th behind Moon Peaks, but was forced to race wide last time. Go back to October and then November. He was 3rd and 2nd behind Placlone. 10 to run 3rd, Alloy Star, and the 13 Full Bloom had him in the top 4 actually, but he'll be running on at the end at his debut for the new barn. 7, 12, 10 and 13.
Moneymore probably the one to beat, but I think Anonyma, he's drawn awkwardly, but I thought it was a better run from him last time out, so he's interesting for me there in at the first.